headlines of this hour on VTV News. Vietnam establishes regional and international financial centers. Later on, Ho Chi Minh City to improve transport infrastructure in 2025. And in our world news, UK produces its cleanest electricity on record in 2024.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is now 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Thu Linh with the latest updates. Now, on Saturday morning in Ho Chi Minh City, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended a conference to announce the government's resolution promulgating the action plan to build regional and international financial centers in Vietnam. More to follow.
According to conclusion number 47, the Politburo has approved plans to establish a comprehensive international financial center in Ho Chi Minh City and a regional financial center in Da Nang. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh emphasized that these centers will generate new momentum and resources, an essential step for Vietnam's next phase of national development. The government's top leader confirmed that the country meets all requirements for establishing these financial centers. The nation's economy ranks 33rd, 34th globally, with strong growth rates. Its stock market has reached a capitalization of nearly $283 billion, achieving the highest growth rate in the region. With an import-export turnover of about $800 billion, combined with political stability and social order, Vietnam presents ideal conditions for these developments.
On behalf of the state president, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh presented the title of Hero of the People's Armed Forces to the Ho Chi Minh City Armed Forces in recognition of their outstanding achievements in combating the COVID-19 pandemic.
While overseeing Tết celebration preparations in Yên Bai province, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn congratulated the province on its 2024 achievements, particularly in poverty reduction and new rural development. The top legislator presented numerous gifts to families facing hardships and visited Nguyễn Duy Cảnh family, whose home was destroyed by Typhoon Yagi. He also commended the Yên Bai Provincial Police for their accomplishments and urged them to maintain public safety during the Lunar New Year. The National Assembly leader emphasized the need for stronger crime prevention measures and emergency preparedness. In 2024, Hanoi's gross regional domestic products, or GRDP, is estimated to have increased by 6.52% compared to the previous year, according to a recent data released by the Hanoi Statistics Office. The economy demonstrated consistent improvement, with growth in each quarter outpacing the previous one. The fourth quarter recorded the highest increase at approximately 7%. In terms of structure, the service sector contributed the most, accounting for 65.6%, followed by the industrial and construction sectors. Hanoi's GRDP in 2024 is estimated to reach $56 billion, making it the second largest in the country, up 8.8% compared to 2023. As Vietnam's economic powerhouse and major transportation hub, Ho Chi Minh City made significant strides in developing its transportation infrastructure in 2024. Several projects have begun operating, creating a more modern and diverse transit system.
By the end of December, the HC1 tunnel in District 7, Ho Chi Minh City, opened for traffic, just 2 months after the opening of the HC2 tunnel connecting District 7 and Bin Chang. These two tunnels have reduced traffic congestion and accidents at the city's southern gateway. The route serves as a vital corridor for trucks and container vehicles transporting goods between Ho Chi Minh City and the Mekong Delta.
Mình thăm cái HC1
The opening of the HC1 tunnel will resolve traffic issues between Binh Chang and Tan Thuan. As a result, in the coming period, traffic flow through this intersection will be significantly smoother and more efficient.
The Phuoc Long Bridge was another major project completed in 2024. Connecting District 7 with Nha Be, the bridge officially opened to traffic on the morning of December 30th after nearly 5 years of construction, aiming to alleviate traffic congestion in the city's southern area. The project had a total investment of $28.88 million US.
Before the bridge opened, the old bridge was very congested, particularly in the mornings. As a local resident, I would go out to help direct traffic, encouraging people to move through more smoothly so they wouldn't be late for work or school.
Ho Chi Minh City also opened a 2-kilometer section of the expanded National Highway 50. At the Western Gateway, the newly upgraded and widened Tan Ki Tan Quy Road is now also serving the public. These infrastructure improvements mark significant progress in the city's development.
Now continuing with stories about Ho Chi Minh City. According to the city's Department of Transport, 19 bidding packages and projects were completed and put into service in 2024, including 7 river bridge projects and several key intersections. In 2025, Ho Chi Minh City will continue developing more large-scale projects to bring about significant improvements in transportation infrastructure.
In 2025, Ho Chi Minh City will continue improving transportation infrastructure in its southern areas. The plan includes constructing new bridges, such as the Rat Tom and Rat Doi bridges, and replacing weak bridges in District 7 to enhance connectivity. The most notable project is the Nguyen Quai Bridge, with a total investment of over $145 billion USD. This bridge will connect Districts 7, 4, and 1, aiming to reduce congestion in the city's southern parts.
In 2025, we will strive to complete the National Highway 50 axis. This will significantly improve transportation infrastructure in the city's southern area, creating a driving force for the socio-economic development of the southern districts of Ho Chi Minh City.
The Ring Road 3 project in Ho Chi Minh City awaits National Assembly approval for investment policies after being submitted to the government. Meanwhile, the city has approved investment plans for all eastern sections of Ring Road 2. The Ho Chi Minh City Moc Bai Expressway project aims to begin construction on several bidding packages in the third quarter of 2025.
In 2025, our first priority is to ensure progress and quality, as well as public investment disbursement. Recently, we have studied and observed that the National Assembly has passed many progressive laws. We will certainly benefit from these advancements and significantly shorten the procedures required for investing in these projects.
In 2025, Ho Chi Minh City will launch numerous infrastructure projects that have been in preparation. These new roads and bridges will improve transportation flow and alleviate congestion on a number of overburdened roads.
According to the Vietnam Leather Footwear and Handbag Association, several Vietnamese footwear companies have secured export contracts through mid-2025. The country's footwear and leather industry expect to reach $27 billion in exports in 2024, marking a $3 billion increase from the previous year. The country currently has more than 1,000 footwear manufacturing factories, providing jobs for about 1.5 million workers and contributing about 8% to Vietnam's GDP. The agricultural sector experienced a surge in exports in the first few days of 2025, with key products being shipped to demanding markets. Now, last year, Vietnam's agricultural exports reached a record height of nearly $62.5 billion, thanks to successful efforts to expand market access. In a significant development, Vietnamese bananas have become the preferred choice for Chinese consumers, while fresh coconuts from Vietnam have also gained official export approval to this billion-strong market.
These coconut containers are part of this business's first shipment of the year. The company reports that after successful trial runs in the Chinese market, they are optimistic that coconut products will become a key export strength in 2025, with a projected growth rate of up to 40% compared to last year.
We are boosting production to serve growing demand. Some who had been sourcing products from Thailand have come to us to place their orders.
In 2025, we have many opportunities, thanks to China opening up to products such as coconuts and frozen durian at the end of 2024, and we believe they can accelerate our presence in the Chinese market.
Vietnamese businesses have seized opportunities to boost exports as more of the country's key agricultural products gain official approval for international markets.
Entering 2025, we are receiving many positive signals, such as new types of fruits being introduced to markets, including coconuts and durian to China, passion fruit to the US, lychees to South Korea, and pomelo to Australia. These developments will contribute to the growth of the agricultural sector in 2025.
The fruit and vegetable sector aims to achieve an export turnover of over $8 billion in 2025 and is confident about reaching the $10 billion mark in the near future.
Coming up next, disaster-affected households to receive new home before Tet. And Vietnam launches sustainable aviation fuel initiative for European flights. Welcome back to VTV News. Before this Lunar New Year, hundreds of households in disaster-affected areas in Lào Cai will receive new homes. The Danh Hill resettlement area in Liên Minh Commune, Sapa District has completed construction of 28 new homes and will be inaugurated on January the 12th. Officials are currently helping residents with road work, cleaning and planting flowers. After Typhoon Yagi struck, ground cracks in Nậm Than village affected 28 Hmong ethnic households, forcing residents to stay with relatives or at the local primary school for safety. On October the 17th, Lào Cai province began building new homes for these displaced families. Accelerating digital transformation in remote areas and ethnic communities is currently a key priority. Several solutions have been implemented to narrow the digital gap. However, effective digital transformation requires appropriate infrastructure and technological literacy among local people. Our report explores how technology is changing the lives of ethnic communities in Kon Tum province.
At Dakha Elementary School in Kon Tum province, 5th graders in class 5A5 are learning math on Wi-Fi connected tablets. Notably, all students have been equipped with the digital devices to practice math.
I find solving math problems on the tablet software fun and interesting.
To help ethnic communities access digital technology, Tumarong District has established community digital technology teams across all 11 communes. The district has also installed free Wi-Fi in central commune areas and communal houses in 60 of its 86 villages, giving ethnic residents easy access to digital services.
We've experienced many benefits since Wi-Fi was installed, such as security cameras to prevent thieves from stealing property.
We invested in public Wi-Fi hotspots for communes that have achieved advanced new rural status and set up support points for ethnic groups to help them use digital tools for socio-economic growth and community safety.
After 4 years of implementation, all Region 3 communes and particularly disadvantaged villages within the 9 districts of ethnic groups and mountainous areas in Kon Tum province have established information technology support points.
to contribute to Vietnam's commitment to achieving net zero emissions by 2050. Starting January the 1st of 2025, all Vietnamese flights from Europe will use sustainable fuel. On the morning of January the 1st, Paris time, at Charles de Gaulle Airport, the first Vietnam Airlines flight departing from Europe was refueled with sustainable aviation fuel. This follows the trajectory set by Vietnam's first commercial sustainable aviation fuel flight in May of 2024, which operated from Singapore to Hanoi. This initiative represents a significant step in Vietnam's environmental protection efforts, aiming to reduce net emissions and move towards a greener, sustainable economy. In recent years, tourist attractions across the Mekong Delta have significantly improved their facilities. They have also introduced unique tourism products that showcase their riverine heritage. Now, during this New Year period, both traditional and modern tourist destinations in Cần Thơ City have launched distinctive offerings for visitors.
For French tourists like Mr. and Mrs. Arthur, an early morning boat trip on the Mekong Delta proved to be a captivating experience.
Because there are many boats and many sailors and many fruits, this is a very nice experience for us, clearly.
In addition to traditional attractions, many tourists explored new destinations during the early days of the new year. The 8-story bridge model serves as a popular photo spot, attracting many visitors to the area.
This site is quite remarkable. I had only seen the bridge model on TV before, so experiencing it in person is truly special.
The site features a miniature floating market that offers visitors an authentic glimpse of the Mekong Delta's vibrant culture. This initiative has helped draw more tourists to the area.
The number of visitors is 5 to 7 times higher compared to previous days. This Lunar New Year, we're also investing in a floating flower market to attract even more tourists.
The Mekong Delta welcomed over 52 million visitors in 2024, generating an estimated $2.4 million in total revenue. Additionally, a collaborative strategy between the Mekong Delta provinces and Ho Chi Minh City will focus on developing interprovincial tours. This initiative will enable destinations across the Delta to solidify their strengths in river-based tourism, with a focus on their unique culture of floating markets.
Now, the first days of the new year recorded a sharp increase in international visitors to Vietnam via both air and sea routes, notably Phu Quoc Island, Kiên Giang Province, the only location in Vietnam offering a 30-day visa exemption policy for all tourists nationwide, is becoming a hotspot for international visitors.
Phu Quoc International Airport received 60 to 62 flights daily, including over 30 international flights. This is an increase of nearly tenfold compared to the same period last year.
Phu Quoc is a very famous place in Korea, so almost Korean people like Phu Quoc place.
Currently, the room booking rate for the Lunar New Year holiday has reached 90%. All accommodation venues in Sunset Town have achieved room occupancy rates of 85% or higher for months, a fourfold increase compared to the same period last year.
We are planning to improve the business facilities for the next season.
This surge is due to the most beautiful weather on the Pole Island, the annual peak season for international visitors, the visa exemption policy, and the availability of direct flights. Additionally, the multi-experience performance programs with 2 nightly fireworks displays also add to the island's attraction. Currently, Kiên Giang Province is piloting high-speed night ferries, transporting passengers between the mainland and Phu Quoc from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Strategically, the direction is to develop Phu Quoc into a unique island city, a national, regional, and international scale tourist resort center.
Phu Quoc is set to feature several international high-end hotel brands. The Pole Island aims to become a prime destination for hosting major international events, with the goal of attracting 23 million arrivals by 2030.
Coming up next in our world news, UK produces its cleanest electricity on record in 2024. And Poland takes EU helm with security focus. Britain produced its cleanest electricity on record in 2024, with fossil fuel output at an all-time low and renewable energy reaching a record high, according to an analysis report from the climate and energy website Carbon Brief. Oil, gas, and coal combined generated 29% of the UK's electricity, while renewable, including wind and solar power, accounted for 45%. The closure of the UK's last coal-fired power station in October marked a significant shift in the energy mix, making Britain the first G7 country to end its reliance on coal for electricity generation. The UK government has pledged to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by 81% compared to 1990 levels by 2035, as part of its plan to reach net zero by 2050. U.S. President Joe Biden announced on Friday that he would block Nippon Steel's $14.3 billion acquisition of U.S. Steel, citing national security concerns. Now, in a statement, President Biden stressed that the deal would put one of the U.S. largest steelmakers under foreign control, while threatening national security and vital supply chains. Analysts note that the president's decision has cut off a crucial source of funding for U.S. Steel, which is currently struggling, and has acknowledged that it would have to close major plants without a nearly $3 billion investment from Japan. The acquisition, planned to begin in December 2023, would have created the world's third largest steel maker. Nippon Steel currently ranks as the world's fourth largest steel maker by volume, while U.S. Steel stands at 24th. Poland has officially begun its rotating presidency of the European Union, or EU, for the first 6 months of 2025, under the slogan Security Europe. During its term as EU president, Poland aims to strengthen European security across multiple areas, including foreign and domestic affairs, information, economy, energy, food, and public health. The country's agenda also focuses on energy supply diversification, green technology investment, economic resilience enhancement, and acceleration of the EU's digital transformation. The U.S. Surgeon General's advisory on Friday called for alcoholic drinks to carry cancer warning labels. The advisory emphasized that alcohol consumption increases the risk of several cancers, including breast, colon, and liver cancer. More to follow.
The Surgeon General's advisory on alcohol and cancer risk highlights the direct link between alcohol consumption and cancer risk. Alcohol consumption ranks as the third leading preventable cause of cancer in the United States, following tobacco and obesity. Alcohol raises the risk for at least 7 types of cancer and is linked to 100,000 U.S. cancer cases and 20,000 cancer deaths each year.
Tireless workers at Archwell Foundation.
It alarms me. I feel like if they're going to put something out like that, that we should all be concerned and hopefully, make some changes and make the shift, for less alcohol.
U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy called for the guidelines on alcohol consumption limits to be reassessed so that people can weigh the cancer risk when deciding whether or how much to drink, alongside current warnings on birth defects and impairments when operating machinery.
Yeah, so the main message that the public should know is that alcohol is a known human carcinogen. We have control over our choice to drink alcohol or not. And that if someone wants to have a little bit of alcohol because it's just part of their lifestyle, then they just need to do the calculations for themselves. If they want to have a celebratory glass of champagne, then that's reasonable. But what they need to think about is sort of long-term daily consumption and how that may influence their risk of cancer and other chronic diseases.
Alcoholic beverages in the United States currently carry a health warning label, unchanged since 1988, that advises pregnant women against consumption and warns those who may be driving or operating machinery.
Now let's have a look at the weather forecast. And that's the end of VTV News. To rewatch a program, you can download VTVgo from App Store or Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel, VTV4Go. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.